'82, I was 17, my old man was 55. If you do the math between the two of us, that's 72 years of life. An eternity, so it seemed to me. How could anything live that long? Now I say my folks were only 84 the year that they passed on. For a little while it seems you got time to choose your dreams. Pretty soon you look around and you see 100 years ain't what it used to be. And my grandpa Roy, when he was a boy in 1904, he was taught by men who fought in the actual Civil War. And only 8 decades passed and my high school class put the tassels on the other side. Started on our way full of naivete on the great American ride. The months and years slide past, each more quickly than the last. Pretty soon you look around and you'll see 100 years ain't what it used to be.
If there was a situation.
Josh Arnold, investment consultant, brings you
all right,
garage.
Tourette's. Here we go. Never mind anybody talking. Just,
Josh Arnold, investment consultant, brings your Garage
Hold
Logic
on.
podcast.
Fuck, Joe. God.
Waiting for that to be done. I'm rolling. Rolling.
Josh Arnold, investment consultant, brings you Garage Logic podcast number 1596. Poop. I didn't write down the records. August 12th, 2025. Back in the day, it was warm on this day, and then at some other point in history, it was a little chillier on this day. Call Josh at 952-925-5608 for a free 48-minute consultation.
Hail the flashlight king.
And now, from the mayor's office above the boathouse on the east shore of Spoon Lake, it's Garage Logic with Chris Reavers manning Technology Corner, Kenny Olson from the Krabby Coffee Shop, John Haidt in the newsroom, and of course, the rookie. Here is your flashlight king, fireworks commissioner, and the keeper of common sense, your mayor, Joe Souchere.
I could give you the records as printed by the Star Tribune, but they're always a day behind. So the records they have are the ones I gave yesterday.
Why do they do that?
I don't know. 97 degrees in 1947. In 2004, it was 47 degrees, but I gave you those yesterday. But every day they print the records from the day before.
Maybe that could be a new thing. We'll give you today's record forecast for tomorrow.
Fun.
I thought of a new political axiom, like we had one yesterday. Always vote for the person who wants the job the least. And I thought of a new one. The current class of mayor, the closer you get to the country's tallest buildings, are not interested in impressing constituents. They're more interested in impressing their party. For example, Melvin Carter has never been heard from more often than he has in the last 2 weeks. He is out front of this this computer hacking. He is there every day, and he's going to get to the bottom of it. And they finally were contacted, and he said, "We're not paying." And that's all directed to hoping he's impressing somebody in the DNC to get a better gig.
Right. Careful what you wish for by seeing him more.
He's amazing. He has taken charge of this. But that's the only thing in his tenure that he's ever taken charge of.
Right.
But he's available. He is going to solve this thing, and good for him. And apparently, at great risk were the recipes that city workers were sending each other. They were sending recipes. Those are among the things that might have been stolen.
Hungarian goulash.
Gee whiz. Now, to clean up something from yesterday, we had audio from, what's the fellow's name, Chris?
Paul Houston.
Paul Houston. He's the premier of Nova Scotia?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know the provinces each had their own premier.
Neither did I until
I guess they
20
do.
minutes ago.
And this fellow, now do you want to play it, please?
Oh, okay. Give me a second to cue it up. And
He's of the $25,000 fine news.
here is Mr. Houston.
Effective 4 p.m. today, we're telling Nova Scotians, stay out of the woods. We are restricting travel and activities that really aren't necessary for most of us. Hiking, camping, fishing, and the use of vehicles in the woods are not permitted. Trail systems through woods are off limits. Camping is allowed, but only in official campgrounds. The fine for violating any of these bans is the same as the fine for the ban on burning, $25,000. And if you're a smoker, for God's sakes, be mindful of where you're butting your butt out. If you don't, and you cause a fire, we will hold you accountable.
All right. And I poo-pooed Reavers, who saw deep, dark conspiracies in this. It was more of an effort by the authorities to control your movements and whatnot. And I thought, no, it was just wise counsel. If the woods are on fire, maybe you want to stay out of them. And then I got an email from Brant Engen, who writes, a $25,000 fine for walking in the woods, not smoking, or a bonfire, a walk. A fire ban would be normal, but this isn't a fire ban. I think you're all crazy except for Reavers. Who knew?
I'll have to process that one a little
Nova
bit.
Scotia is almost an island. Did anyone open a map to check fire locations? Well, he provides one. Looks like more overreach by socialists, much like COVID. They know better than I, while basic freedoms are pulled. Here's a map. There is no fires in Nova Scotia. They're all pretty much in the middle of the country, trending west-northwest.
So when you
There's no fires in Nova Scotia.
in an
Well,
effort,
wait a minute. Let me look a little harder.
How dry is it over there?
Well, the East Coast has been hammered, so I would imagine it's not dry.
But we don't know, is what the answer is.
Right.
Okay.
But anyway, this fellow would agree with you, Reavers, that they were just flexing their muscles there, and we really don't know why.
well, this struck me right away as it struck me as COVID 2.0 the second I saw this video clip of Paul Houston.
If I may throw another
It's
monkey
Tim,
wrench,
actually.
another monkey
Or sorry,
wrench
Tim.
into the. Oh, that's mine. Why is it doing that?
Oh, I was just
Let
calling
me
you,
turn
John.
that off.
I was just calling you.
Another monkey wrench into the thought process going on here. Mr. Houston is a conservative. He's the head of the Progressive Conservative Party
Wow.
in Nova Scotia.
And to answer your question, yes, Nova Scotia is currently experiencing widespread drought conditions, with some areas classified as experiencing severe drought.
Well, I don't give a damn what party he's part of.
July was exceptionally dry.
Let's
Dry in
pretend.
July.
Let's play pretend for a moment.
Okay.
All right, let's do that.
Let's pretend that this Houston is an okay fellow who has no intentions of controlling your life. Just play along with me. Let's pretend that. He's doing what he thinks he should be doing as a public servant. He's weighing the drought conditions. He's seeing the fires over the rest of Canada, and he's getting out ahead of a potential problem. And he's saying, in so many words, he's saying, let's not experience what the rest of the country is experiencing. Let's stay out of the woods, no vehicles, no camping, no hiking. Watch your cigarettes, the whole deal. And if you're caught in there, you're gonna get a $25,000 fine. I'm adding words that he might have said. And we're serious about this. We don't want the same situation that they're experiencing in Manitoba and Saskatchewan and here in Nova Scotia. Let's keep it on the up and up here. Let's pretend that would be okay. I mean, that would be a real politician doing what he should be doing.
Sure.
Well, let's pretend that's what happened.
But
Can we pretend that would?
But this is the only area of the entire country that's doing this.
Well, and it's the only area of the entire country that's not on fire.
But this was just instituted 2 days ago.
Is this thing on? They're having a drought, a severe drought.
Here's the problem in a polarized world. We lose the ability to accept the counsel of politicians because we don't trust any of them.
Yeah,
that's why I said, let's play the pretend game. It seems to me that a $25,000 fine might have even been used to drive home the seriousness of his belief that we better stay out of the woods. Yes, you in the back.
I completely get the burning ban. That I'm absolutely in favor of, and I completely get that. You're gonna sit here and tell me if I take my dog for a bleeping walk and I cross the path of a tree, I'm gonna get a $25,000 ticket? Hold on, let me finish. When I search for this video, Joe, when you do Nova Scotia, fine on social media, it's littered with hundreds of thousands of people that have been issued tickets.
If hundreds of thousands,
well, not thousands, but I couldn't get to the video because I was sifting through.
Wells have dried up, Chris. They don't have water.
Right, but
they don't have the ability to fight even the most minor fire.
I know. Again, I get the burning ban completely, but I'm just saying you're going to issue a ticket for somebody that's taking a walk?
We don't know that.
That's exactly what he said.
Well, things are fluid. You might say to the ranger, "Oh, am I walking?"
Okay.
Look.
Did you hear the dude's story?
We can't see darkness in everything. We just can't. It's not a healthy way to live. We can't. I can see it plenty where I need to see it, but for God's sakes, it sounds to me like let's try to not be on fire here. That's all it sounds like to me. And the amount of the fine describes to me the seriousness with which the leaders of Nova Scotia have decided to act.
Trying to find one of the fines that was issued.
As of last week, there were 10 fines this year.
That's not what I'm seeing, John.
Okay.
Well, where are you seeing that?
I saw it everywhere. I saw it. I can read all the lists to you that have.
Okay, if there were 10 fines, I would say the admonition is working.
They also created a snitch line in which neighbors can call on.
Where are you getting that?
On what's this publication from Canada? Hang on, I saw that as well. Because I was going to bring that up, that they also created a snitch line.
Let's put it this way. I'm a long way from thinking this is analogous to COVID.
Okay. We'll agree to disagree.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm telling you why you're wrong.
How about that Yukon territory? They doing all right up there?
They're
way up there.
They're up there.
But
how is this going to affect the digging on Oak Island?
God. I've decided that Skinwalker Ranch is worse than Oak Island.
So that was right there. That was an admission that you have been watching, faithfully have been watching both of those shows.
No, but I've tended to watch Skinwalker more than Oak Island. I watched Oak Island once or twice I saw the handwriting on the wall.
Isn't Skinwalker Ranch one of those bars up in Upper Michigan?
I think it's in Hurley, Wisconsin.
Before you move on, I just want to throw this out at you because you said you didn't want to see the darkness in all of this. So you're sitting here telling me you're not going to put it past a politician to create a situation where we are going to have climate lockdowns in our future. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not going to put it past any politician to do that. I just don't think that's what this is.
Okay.
Why are you so worried about what's going on up there, Chris?
I think that this is going to
see your anger if this was happening in Montana or Wyoming.
Because all of these things, Kenny, start somewhere. And every time, as Joe just mentioned, everyone's trying to impress their fellow mates in the political class. I could 100% see that happening here.
Can we go backwards in time to a very fresh, green Joe Souchere solution to this? Nova Scotia is right by the water. How about a big hose? You throw it in the drink. You get a nice pump, and you just start pouring out the water.
Salt water?
Yeah, it's okay. It smells different, but it'll put the water out.
In a not necessarily, I don't know where to take this. I've given my spiel. And
New Brunswick also has the same restrictions, just not as significant of a fine, I'm being told.
Isn't New Brunswick in Nova Scotia?
I'm just telling you what I'm being told.
It's
via
attached
emailers.
to, but it's west of.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's by the way, country I would love to spend time in, and I never have. In a not necessarily unrelated topic, yesterday, Kenny, I'm paraphrasing, said something regarding California fires. What, Kenny? Why should I paraphrase? Tell me what you said.
I don't remember. It's something about they live under a different world.
They have it.
Blah,
They
blah,
have
blah,
fire
yada,
more
yada,
in their
yada.
consciousness.
Yeah.
All right. Joe and the boys, Kenny asked for a California perspective, so here you go. I was born and raised here. Grew up in San Luis Obispo, which is a city that outlawed drive-thrus at fast food restaurants long before I was born, which is why my Minnesota wife can't understand why I despise them. But that is another email for another day. I distinctly remember, as though it was yesterday, back in the early 80s, my grandfather standing on the roof of his garage with a hose wetting down the building and the grounds because they lived on the crest of a mountain that had a wildfire coming over the ridge. Growing up, we did not have backyard fires, bonfires at the lake, or even fireworks on the 4th of July. Most were outlawed because of drought conditions and fire dangers. It is so ingrained in the culture that if you were to go to Disneyland, especially on a weekend, you would find locals from L.A. camping out for 2 hours waiting for the fireworks show, partially because it is fabulous, but also because most of us Gen Xers grew up with that being the only fireworks show we could attend. Many of our municipalities did not have fireworks on the 4th. When I moved to Minnesota to go to college and stayed for 25 years, it was almost foreign to me that every town had a fireworks show. The neighbors would set off fireworks at god-awful hours all throughout the summer, that families would have bonfires, burn piles, and more all throughout the year. To this day, I am not a bonfire fan. Hey, pal, either am I. I am not really a fireworks fan. I am a fireworks commissioner. All because of where I grew up. Kenny is right in a way. It is part of the culture of my thinking. I don't hate fireworks or people who love them. I just did not grow up with them and am not enthused. It comes from this cultural thing that has grown in all of us. One of the many struggles I had serving as a pastor in Minnesota was the fact that I did not grow up with hunting, guns, fishing, snowmobiles, etc. So for me, serving a rural parish in northern Minnesota was sometimes more distant than serving the inhabitants of Neptune. Being a pastor in California, I now live in the high desert, where fireworks do happen because there is really nothing to burn. Although the city did set a field on fire during the 4th of July celebration show, but, well, why not? A quick note on your crime statistics in D.C. I am surprised that I agree with Reavers. What's with Reavers getting all these people agreeing with them?
It's ball bleeping time.
Well, you're off the rails, Joe.
Whoa.
A quick I thought you agree with me on the Nova Scotia situation.
I'm worried about the direction that you're headed
In this letter?
in life.
Oh, don't worry.
We got to
about it.
keep me here.
Thanks, Rook.
What, like I'm in a cage?
I'm Switzerland here, I'm Yukon.
A quick note on your crime statistics in D.C. I am surprised that I agree with Reavers. I will ask forgiveness on Sunday. You seem to forget those books you have recommended so many times. Child 44, for example. Ooh. What is the one method the Soviets used to pretend they lived in a utopia? Hide crime to make people think things are better than they are. Just a little FYI for you. If you are going to recommend some books to your faithful listeners, you might want to remember the reasons why. Blessings to you all from the surface of the sun in California, where today it was only a mild 109. Oh. The Lutheran pastor in self-appointed exile signed, Carlton. Thank you, sir.
Did you see Jordy's email in that regard as well?
Help me remember it, Chris.
Because I think Jordy said, as a former D.C. area resident, most of the politicians that are speaking out against Trump's decision are ones that live in those Tony suburbs, not actually in the city of D.C.
Yeah,
Where crime is a real
Did I
problem.
get out on some limb ripping Trump?
I'll say.
Boy,
You
that's
called
a
him Kim
mild way to
Jong-Trump.
put
Oh
it.
yeah, Kim Jong Trump. I forgot about that.
Yeah, this is one minor thing.
A lot of
Well,
Giellas didn't
you know,
forget
go
about
ahead,
that.
go ahead and root for it. I don't believe crime has declined in Washington. I believe that they have an elected class that is lying about that. But my answer to it, which I thought I specifically spelled out yesterday, my answer to it was the politicians have to quit being anti-police, stop defunding them, and let them do their job.
Yes.
That's my answer to it. I would do that before I would federalize law enforcement.
But when you have, like, and this emailer pointed out that I mentioned yesterday, when you have people that are or how do you say that? Tweaking the numbers to make the crime statistics go down, how can you trust those people? Wouldn't this be an answer or a solution to it?
I gave you my solution to it.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you want me, should I print it out for you?
He thinks he's on a roll.
If people are comfortable with this, fine with me.
That's your
You know
new
the phrase-
attitude, huh?
Well, but how about the
Yeah.
phrase that we've used with other stuff regarding the president? What if it works?
Well, if it works, first of all, you'd have to define how you would measure if it works.
But we're all in agreement that crime is one of the biggest problems in this country.
No, he can't. I've been reading all morning about this. He can't do anything in the other cities because they're not under the federal control like D.C. is.
Sure.
Because we said yesterday, Joe, you and I were both saying, well, it'll be Chicago and L.A. and Minneapolis next.
He can't.
Legally, at this point, he can't do that.
Right.
But he's done other things, perhaps, that he legally can't do. So who knows what'll happen.
But you're in agreement, John, that crime is a problem in this country, correct?
I think it's a problem, certainly. It's always been a problem.
No, it's worse now than it's ever been. And what's driving it is just really lousy behavior, most principally by feral youth. Just lousy behavior everywhere you look. Quality of life behavior, a behavior that affects quality of life, no matter where you are in the country, Washington, D.C. or here, or, a kid riding his bicycle with the front wheel off the ground and he's running into people in front of the cafe. And, it's just everywhere. It's everywhere. It's just lousy. Now, if the National Guard has to stand on every street corner and end that, that's a bad optic, but so be it.
So you're worried about Leave It to Beaver pulling wheelies on his banana seat bicycle?
I was waiting for that.
I think you were on the right track when you said it's a lack of law enforcement because they've been driven out of serving due to the political climate. I think that's the right track.
Well, they're held in contempt by these Marxists.
Right.
They're held in contempt. Leave the cops alone. Let them do their job.
I think that should be the number one bullet point.
I would love to hear Trump give that speech.
It would also help if
I think we all
prosecutors would put people
Absolutely.
in.
Yeah, I'd put that one right there at number 2
Yes.
or 1B.
But that's the problem. They're not doing that. That's the problem.
correct.
Who's not doing that?
Look at your gal Mary.
No, which is why I said I'd love
Yeah.
to see Trump give that speech.
For sure. I agree with you.
Why don't you lousy, incompetent politicians lay off the cops, fund them fully, and let them do their job? And then bring them a Pronto pup.
There we go. Reward them.
Yeah, you can get them.
Would I be wrong if I brought my own gray poupon to the state fairgrounds?
Pardon me.
Of course not.
No, I would say Grey Poupon classifies as a mustard.
Yeah.
And it would
Absolutely.
look good and taste good on a Pronto Pup, which is the official food on a stick in Garage Logic. As we draw closer to the fair, the Minnesota State Fair's original food on the stick and best food value at the Minnesota State Fair is the Pronto Pup, has been since 1947. It's still owned by the same family. Greg and Wayne Carness are the current owners of 8 great locations throughout the fairgrounds. Support Pronto Pups this year. It's good on your, you know why? It's good on your wallet. There's very few affordable items at the state fair.
agree.
The Prono Pup is certainly leading the list. It's the official food on a stick in Garage Logic, and it's the official Garage Logic food on a stick of the Minnesota State Fair.
You'd strike out.
Chris is ahead today.
Here's a man who spends hours in hardware stores sifting through the nuts and bolts of life. Joe Souchere.
While the socialists I work with were arguing about something they can't do anything about, I was reading this email from GLer Miles, a fresh one, just came in this morning, who, like many of us, Miles has issues with his power washer. So do I. Mine takes 10 pulls every time. Anyway, Miles writes, I just wanted to relate my latest experience with Seafoam. I have a gas-powered 5-horse pressure washer, about 35 years old. It's been used sporadically over the years, as they are. It's always had chronic problems. From day one, it leaked oil, and it's been really hard to start. It would usually take 40 to 50 pulls to get it going in the spring. And the same time every time I stop to fill with gas. Every fall, I run it dry and put it away, and it's the same thing. But last year, I poured half a bottle of Seafoam into the gas tank, topped it off with some brand new gas, put it away. I had the need to use it this summer. A good 3 years from the last time I ran it. Wow, that's a stretch, Miles. I brought the unit out, expecting a terrible battle. I was shocked that it took 3 pulls to get that thing going on old non-oxygenated gas. You know what I mean.
Oxygenated.
Thank you. The unit ran better than it ever has in the past. Also, each time I stopped, the same quick starting behavior continued. I have always been a fan of Seafoam, but I've never had such a positive change in engine performance. I still have significant oil leakage issues, but that's expected. Seafoamworks.com. I'm telling everybody to go there. Log on, go to that page, and order whatever product you need. You can also get all sorts of advice and tips on how to use these products. I'm talking the engine treatment, the deep creep penetrating oil, and bugs be gone. You can order it all from seafoamworks.com. A wonderful product in a world of bad gas. Seafoam.
As long as the world is about to end any day now, do you know what creature would survive the most? Termites. Do you know that termites don't sleep? And that the termite queen, is a great big girl. I mean, compared to a big blob of a termite, sure. and she'll crank out thousands of new termites a day.
A day.
Okay.
A day?
Yeah, a day.
Oh, wow.
The reason I say this is because when the world does end and there are no people here, the only thing left will be termites. And I was clicking last night after the Twins unfortunately lost in Yankee Stadium.
Dump of a ballpark.
No, it isn't really. And there was a show on the History Channel about what the world will be like without people. And sure enough, those darn termites take over, and it takes a long time.
So unlike ticks, they do have ambition. Hey,
yes.
That's our second phone violation on today's
I have
program.
important message about aluminum siding.
We're 2 out of 5.
Oxygenated.
That was your mistake today. I haven't made.
Did you seek out the end of the world program, or did you have?
No, I was clicking and it just came, and I find those are interesting for 5 minutes, But it showed the condos in Miami being eaten by termites.
Sure.
Termite queens are ugly, Joe. I just pulled up a picture.
They're just a great big girl, aren't they?
Gigantic.
They're just huge, and they just really can spit out a lot of termites. Cockroaches will do well, too.
Yeah.
And ticks?
Ticks have no ambition.
No ambition.
Democratic Socialist. They're called Democratic Socialists because they think the term democratic softens it up a little.
Yeah.
They're Marxists. Mayoral candidate Omar Fateh says his first priority in office,
Number one priority. This is what you want to get done now.
This is what we're going after first.
What is it?
Protecting illegal immigrants from Trump's hostile federal government.
I don't think that should be a priority.
Fateh made this statement during an interview with Carol Levin, doubling down on his identity as a member of the Democratic Socialists of America, but denying that his policies are radical. Oh, the end is so near in Minneapolis. It's just so near. Day one, if you were elected, what would be some of your top 2 or 3 positions or priorities for the city? First, I would say would be a hostile federal government with not only Donald Trump in office, but he essentially has a trifecta with both chambers of Congress and the Supreme Court. A lot of our neighbors, especially our undocumented residents, are very concerned. Then he went on to say that public safety would be his second priority, which is kind of, what's the word I want? Axiomatic? No, not axiomatic. No, I can't think of the word I want. In other words, you want to protect illegal immigrants, but safety is also your main concern. That doesn't make sense. He claims he declines to endorse the Democratic Socialist platform of abolishing the police entirely. But mark my words, he ain't going to be on the police team's side.
Right.
Oh, it's so close. You can just see it here. It's almost like termites are already marching into.
Does he realize he's running what he's doing? That he's not even a scratch on Trump's behind.
He does not realize that.
He doesn't.
Well, here is Omar.
Wow.
Day one, if you were elected, what would be some of your top 2-3 priorities for the city?
So that's a very good question. So the first I would say would be a hostile federal government with not only Donald Trump in office, but he has essentially a trifecta, both chambers of Congress and the Supreme Court. And a lot of our neighbors, especially our undocumented residents, are very concerned.
So
Check this out.
There you are, Minneapolis. There's your mayor. There's your future.
You know, all of us have loved being associated with and or living in the great city of Minneapolis. Are you closetly just rooting? You know what? Let's elect them and just see what happens.
Oh, my God. You have no idea, Chris. Oh, I wish I could cast a vote for him.
Let's just see what happens.
It's like Clinton being elected for Rush. Everybody thought Rush was done. It was like, no, this is going to be the greatest thing ever.
No, you're wrong. If this fellow gets elected,
kiss it goodbye.
It's over.
Yep.
I can hear the termites gnawing at the big bank building.
I see Garage Logic going from here to here.
Yeah, but we'll be doing the show in Wadena.
Well, you know,
Hey,
KWAD.
KWAD.
KWAD. Yeah.
I want to work there.
The big talk juggernaut. How do they know
Here's
about
Here's Fateh describing his position on the police. We envision a public safety system that works for everyone. Well, go bleep yourself, you little screwball.
How do they know how many undocumented
And that means we
workers?
have an accountable police force and a police force that is an important part of our public safety system, but making sure that when we call 911, we get an appropriate response. You want to hit the foghorn for that?
absolutely can't get away with that.
Well, that means he wants a social worker sent out or somebody with a butterfly net or something. He doesn't. He certainly doesn't want a police
you're getting
officer.
curb stomped. Your head is getting bashed into the sidewalk, and they're stealing your cell phone. You want an appropriate response.
Fateh claims that half the 911 calls in Minneapolis do not need to be responded to with armed officers. He wants social workers and others to respond.
Well, half of them aren't getting responded
Thank you.
to at all.
Thank you.
No matter how important they are.
Some have dubbed Fatah the Mom Dani of Minneapolis. You could just as soon say that Mom Dani is the Fateh of New York. Both are the children of immigrants, with Fateh hailing from Somalia and Mom Dani from Uganda. No, Omar Fateh does not hail from Somalia. He was born in Virginia. He's an American-born. He's an American citizen. He is using Somalia for his political gain, and he has found the right location. Remember, he lost a school board race in Virginia, and the next thing anyone knows, Dino Winter? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dino Winter took a run at it, gave a good shot at trying to find out something about him. Krista, our friend in Western Maryland, has taken a shot at finding out something about him, but we don't know anything yet. He lost his school board race in Virginia, and the next thing we know, he was here getting a series of make-work government jobs in which nothing he did could have been measured for success or achievement. Then the next thing we know, he's in the state Senate, and the next thing we know, he's running for mayor. Nobody knows anything about this guy except he's a Marxist. And he's using his Somalian background to prop himself up because that plays well with these saps in Minnesota who keep staring at their shoes all day long.
Even though he wasn't born there.
He's not a Minnesotan at all.
But he's also
he's not born in. He's an American citizen.
But he's using his Somali heritage.
Oh, it's all he talks about. Is Somali. Now, this always sounds like a stupid thing to say. It sounds xenophobic, and I'm not xenophobic. But all of these Marxists that claim to think their country is so good, Guatemala, Honduras, Somalia, why don't you go there then and make it a good country? I'm fine here. I'll live without you.
Right.
I don't need your input. Go where you think you can really do some good. Go to Somalia and not have a police department.
How many national politicians used that maneuver during the last election cycle, especially the vice president, to get elected, who said she's black, or who was the politician who said she has Native American blood?
Elizabeth Warren.
And on and on and on and on. That they do that. That's one of their tactics.
It's a tactic, and this guy is all Somalia all day long. Even though he's an American citizen living in Minnesota.
And the one thing you didn't mention or made clear, which you have in the past, he moved here because his friends said the political climate was ripe for picking.
We're a bunch of rubes.
Yeah, my words. Yeah. But I did have a question. Do you think there's an obvious rift right now in Minneapolis between the mayor's office and the city council? Do you think maybe Omar could be the one to bring those two groups back together?
Lord help us.
Well, the rift we're supposed to understand is between people who want to call themselves traditional DFLers and the new leftward moving DSA, the Democratic Socialists of America.
There's that, but in Minneapolis particularly, the city council and the mayor's office, they hate each other and don't trust each other.
Yeah.
But the one shot that Fry's got to beat Fateh is cling to the idea that you're trying to create harmony between the mayor's office and the police department. Right? Because that's what will help him.
No, I no longer believe in elections in the Twin Cities. I no longer. I seriously, I don't. I think the people of Minnesota are. I don't know what to say about them. But.
So should we stop, or should they stop voting?
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference. This fruitcake might get elected.
What?
I can hear the termites.
What tactic could Mayor Fry use in order to assure his victory? We discovered it yesterday.
He'd have to pretend that he wishes he were Somalian.
No, he would say, "I'm not interested in the office."
Right.
Boom.
Yes. Yeah.
He would get elected.
Yeah, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, you're in, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, congratulations. We have some fanfare. Some fanfare.
I didn't know you were going to
Oh yeah, just a little fanfare.
Wait, we have another GLer of the week?
No, we got
come on now, Warren.
No. Give me something. Just anything. Thank you. Guhad Hashi Saeed became the 52nd defendant convicted in the food fraud scandal yesterday afternoon. Yay! Yay! Saeed, now 49, entered the 45th guilty plea in the case and didn't even take 40 minutes. He's a member of the S&S Catering Group. That must stand for Steel and Skimming. The S&S Catering Group of defendants. It was numbered as the 27th overall. Oh, fantastic. In 2021, Saeed claimed to run a food distribution site out of an apartment building in Minneapolis.
There we go. We got him.
And that crack media in the Twin Cities never even bothered to wonder. The site was registered to feed up to 5,000 kids a day.
Out of one apartment building?
Out of one apartment in the apartment building.
That's a long line.
Do you believe this state? 5,000 kids a day, and this guy just took the money and went and bought his BMW X3 and probably some land somewhere, and God only knows. He got $3.2 million out of the program.
Wow, good deal.
Well, you should if you're feeding 5,000 kids a day.
What is that? $3 million? It's a lot of meals, Joe.
Saeed did accomplish one of his long-term goals yesterday afternoon, which was the return of his passport for the stated purpose of obtaining a state-issued real ID.
Do you know what 5,000 times 365 is?
What is it?
1.8 million meals this guy was serving.
And it never once made the 10 o'clock news.
The guy's a saint. He fed all those kids.
Saeed told the court that he lives in constant fear of being swept up off the streets in one of Trump's immigration raids. Well, Saeed, the rest of us can only hope. He is under court order to return his passport immediately after his DMV appointment. This guy will be on the first plane to Mozambique in about 10 minutes.
Right. I'll be back in 30 days. I got to settle some
I got to
things.
get my real ID, and then I'm going to get the hell out
back.
of here. This is unbelievable.
So did they? Well, forget it.
Yeah, it's
They
not
did.
working.
They did. They did. Okay, gotcha.
Just a minute. Oh, yeah. Never mind. the summer forecast continues to favor your visit to EcoFun Motorsports. I saw a photo yesterday of a guy picking up his jet ski, his Yamaha, and of course it was sitting on the beautiful new trailer. That's what's involved right now at EcoFun Motorsports in Forest Lake / Columbus. You buy the new Yamaha water equipment, the trailer is free. It's a Triton aluminum trailer. They're wonderful. No extra cost and no catch, just a top-tier trailer to haul that baby to wherever the water calls you, and they have financing in the event you need financing options. EcoFun Motorsports in Forest Lake and Burnsville, that's the electric bike capital of the world. Great motorcycle selection, great youth recreational equipment, side-by-sides and 4x4s and helmets and apparel. And if you haven't been there, you're in for a real treat. It's EcoFun Motorsports in Forest Lake / Columbus, immediately west of Interstate 35 on Highway 97, and down in Burnsville on the Service Road of Life near County Road 42, and a great, fun website, ecofunmotorsports.com.
The Earth is not your mother. The Joe Souchere Show.
The official coffee supplier to Garage Logic and the Krabby Coffee Shop. Boy, they sure changed my thinking and opened my eyes and mind to the advantage of a small shop doing big business, doing business the way it should be done. Of course, I'm talking about CustomRoasting.net. It's all because Steven, the head roaster, he's got 35 years of experience under his belt roasting and providing top quality beans to us. It started in Canby all those years ago, and here they are today with a dandy roasting facility right in Buffalo, which, by the way, is approximately 35 miles from St. Cloud, Minnesota, in case you're, keeping track there.
Not too far.
Not too far at all. They only roast beans that they have orders for. That means they don't sit on a shelf, then in a box, then in a warehouse, then in a back room before finally making their way to the sales floor. Go to the website, customroasting.net. You'll take note of the Garage Logic tab right away, and then you'll discover that there's a GL Starter Variety Pack. He's offering 4 different blends for you to sample and maybe find the one of your choosing. Of course, French Roast is mine, but I've really opened up, and I really love both the Boundary Waters and the Columbia Excelsior. There's adding to that also is the Morning Blend, and I've actually had all of the above. I really love what they've done here, Stephen, at customroasting.net. 35 years of experience with wonderful coffee at a reasonable price. Ground or whole bean, delivered right to your door. They are the official supplier for GL and the Krabby Coffee Shop. customroasting.net.
Here is John Haidt in his newsroom.
Thanks, Joe. This news brought to you by North American Banking Company. Polls are now open for a special primary election to fill the House seat held by the late Representative Melissa Hortman. She and her husband Mark shot and killed in their Brooklyn Park home in June. There are 3 DFL candidates on the ticket today. Christian Erickson is a current member of the Brooklyn Park City Council. Zvi Lee is a former Brooklyn Park City Council member. He's endorsed by the DFL. And Erickson Say is the current Hennepin County Assistant Prosecutor. The winner of this DFL primary will likely take on the lone Republican Ruth Bittner, who's a real estate agent. The special election set for September 16th. The new House member will then be sworn into office and serve the rest of Representative Hortman's term. House District 34B represents parts of Brooklyn Park, Champlin, and Coon Rapids. Polls will be open until 8 tonight. It's now official. The Metropolitan Council's Transportation Committee has unanimously voted to suspend the Northstar commuter rail and replace it with enhanced bus service. The Northstar line is the rail service between Big Lake and downtown Minneapolis, stops at stations in Elk River, Ramsey, Anoka, Coon Rapids, and Fridley. The high cost for taxpayers and low ridership are the 2 main reasons transportation leaders are making the change. According to the Met Council, in 2023, taxpayers subsidized each Northstar train ticket $116.60.
Wow.
Compared to $16.07 for commuter express bus service for the same year. Currently, Northstar has 40 trips each week. The bus line will have 379 trips per week. The last Northstar ride is when the Vikings play the Packers during the first week of January 2026. The bus line will take its first riders January 5. The decision now goes to the Met Council, the whole Met Council, for approval on August 27th.
So you mean to tell me...
Check this out.
Write it down.
You mean to tell me that every time somebody got on this thing, that cost the taxpayers $116?
Yep.
I've got to go. I have to be on that last ride.
You were on the first one.
Yeah.
One of the
I was
first
on the
ones.
very first.
Yeah.
I have to be on the very last.
Call on down. We'll go to the Vikes game, and then you can take her back up north.
That would be a Sunday then, right, Chris?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
How do we turn this into a money-making opportunity for Kenny Olson? It would be fun if I could make more than what the state makes on a ticket.
Oh, that would be
What was that
spectacular.
price, John?
$116.
So all I have to do is make $120.
Yep, and you're good to go.
And I'll do it.
Bam.
Joe, get out your checkbook, my friend.
This is amazing.
The other part that's fun too is we're currently going through the Southwest line. That's been the biggest boondoggle. And
Yeah, that one.
Is that thing ever
line
going to
that-
get done?
oh, we're about 5 more years away.
No, the line that will never get built. Whoever the contractor is, oh my God, you are one lucky guy.
He's on an island somewhere with all the food fraudsters.
Yeah.
He worked at S&S Food.
You think
Seal
so?
and skim.
Nice.
Yeah.
A story you already talked about a bit, Joe. Yesterday, St. Paul Mayor Melvin Carter provided an update regarding the ransomware attack on the city.
This has been the greatest thing that's ever happened to him.
The city is still working on fixing the cybersecurity breach, which happened on July 25th. It crippled a variety of city services and put employees' data at risk. The cyber
Including
thieves-
recipes, John.
I know.
Yeah.
The cyber thieves have now been identified as a group called Interlock. The ransomware organization, which operates on the dark web, took credit for the attack yesterday. Interlock is a sophisticated and money-driven organization, according to the mayor. He said that the group claimed to have stolen 43 gigabytes of data from the city of St. Paul. Carter said the files that were taken mostly came from a single shared network used by the Parks and Rec Department. The info on the drive is varied, according to the mayor, and it could include everything from work documents, copies of IDs submitted for HR, travel, or even personal items like recipes. None of the affected data included any info on payroll, permitting, or licensing. Carter also said the city refused to pay the group a ransom that they asked for, so they posted the information online. Now the city is working to rebuild its computer system to prevent Interlock and others from trying another hack. Mayor said there's not been a second attack by Interlock, and there's been no second demand ransom.
Johnny,
How sharp can these Interlock people be?
Well,
I mean, it's St. Paul. What do you think you're going to find?
recipes. Johnny, they're doing your ad for your security place.
You are correct.
Yeah,
Yes,
nice.
Definitely.
Good thing you have one a month.
Okay. Timing is everything.
Not a lot of details on this one. The Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension is investigating after 2 people were injured in what authorities are calling a use of force incident in Moorhead Monday. According to an initial account from Moorhead, police officers responded to a disturbance on the 2400 block of 3rd Avenue North just before 9 in the evening. As the situation evolved, according to a news release, Moorhead police requested mutual aid, and the Red River Valley SWAT team was deployed to help out. During the course of the response, officers were involved in a critical incident. No law enforcement personnel were hurt. 2 other individuals did sustain injuries. Moorhead police said there is no ongoing threat to public safety, and it's asked the Minnesota BCA to lead the investigation in accordance with standard protocol. No other information released as of this morning. The BCA confirmed its personnel were on the scene this morning. And State Senator Omar Fateh's wife delivered a baby boy late Sunday. And just like the cars, it's become a bit of a competition because that was just 10 days after Jacob Fry's wife had a baby, too.
Wow, so it's Joseph Henry the Fourth and Joseph Henry the Fifth, huh? You support those two as well?
I ain't paying for them.
We'll get to that in a minute, Rick. Fateh is the leading candidate challenging Fry for mayor in November after winning the endorsement of Minneapolis Democrats last month. Fateh, his wife Kaltoum, had a son they named Imran.
Okay, stop right there.
Yes,
The guy was born in this country. Yeah, what's wrong with Bill?
Jimmy!
Or, Jimmy.
Yes.
Steven. What do we got to, what is this?
That's a bit of an odd take, Joe, but
I don't care.
We'll let her go by.
I don't care if it's an odd take.
Might be a family name. You never know.
I got your family name right here.
So you would foghorn that if you were on the grounds of
Hell
the state
yes.
fire?
Yes.
Okay.
But they released a statement on social media saying, "Mom and baby are both doing well. I'm incredibly overwhelmed with love and gratitude as we begin the next chapter of our lives, growing our family in the city we love."
Is that their first child? Do we know?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
What's her name? Khartoum?
Kaltoum. That's his wife.
Wonder if she was, Ruck, where was she born? Omar Fateh's wife. I wonder if she's an American citizen.
What if that name it belonged to a grandfather or uncle or somebody else?
I don't care. I don't care. You're in America.
So you're saying when you and
Dwayne?
When you and Royce do the baby walk at the Somalia State Fair, you'd foghorn this one?
Hell yes.
Okay.
Yes. There ain't no Saint Emar or what? What did he name the kid?
That'd be Imran.
Imran.
Imran. That's a company, isn't it?
It used to be.
That's Enron.
Oh,
and they're no longer with us.
It went out of. We closed.
How about Fry and his wife? Let's go to their baby to see how much fun you can make of this one.
They probably named it Imran too.
Probably Sunshine, Clover,
Buffy.
On July 31st,
Rainbow.
Fry and his wife Sarah Clark announced the birth of their second daughter, Estelle Bloom
Oh.
Fry.
What's the middle name?
Estelle.
Estelle Bloom Fry.
How do you spell Bloom?
Bloom. That's her middle name, obviously. Estelle's her first name.
Yeah. I can't foghorn Estelle. That's her real name.
IBF.
Yep.
Isn't that a...
No, because
EBF.
the wife's got to do their own name deal. That's part of the deal.
Gotcha.
Where do they live? One of these warehouses?
They rent, but she was born to immigrant parents. Her mixed culture upbringing profoundly shapes her world view. It does not say where exactly she was born.
Born to immigrant parents, which would suggest she was born in this country.
That would be my guess.
And I really am on pins and needles wondering what her worldview is. So let's hurry up and shape that cartoon or whatever your name is.
Fateh's wife we're talking about, Ken.
Right, we're on Fateh's wife now.
Right. So, you're worried about Gwen Walls or whatever the hell her name is type
Sarah.
of outlook on the world.
No,
Is
we're
that why
talking
you-
about Omar Fateh's wife's outlook on the world.
Right, and why though? Are
I'm
you
being
worried
facetious.
that
I'm not worried about her outlook on the world.
Why don't we regather our thoughts here and take a little break? Chris, good luck getting this one wound up, huh?
I don't know what's wrong with Kenny today. There's something wrong with
You
he's thirsty.
are what's wrong with Kenny?
You're
today.
go out and drive a grain cart.
He's
or something.
thirsty, and he needs to be hydrated with Hofferman water and Connecticut.
Well, do something.
Okay.
Get him some juice.
You know, and I misspoke last week when I was mentioning the fair schedule because we're winding down the county fair schedules, Joe. You know why?
Because the real one's coming along?
Because a week from Thursday, we'll be at the Great Minnesota Get-Together.
No, we won't be.
Friday, we will be.
Yeah, that's right.
McLeod County Fair is where you can find Hofferman water in Connecticut this coming weekend.
Now, where is McLeod County? Up near St. Cloud?
It's up by St. Cloud.
Okay.
Yeah. And here's the thing. When you go out to visit the people at Hofferman Water in Connecticut, first off, they're raffling off a free water softener for people that connect with them at the county fairs. And they also have a deal going on right now to upgrade to a new Premier Series water softener. It's their top of the line softener, by the way. And you're also going to get a free reverse osmosis system. So stop by the county fair booths or give them a call to talk with their certified water treatment experts on that particular sale. And you can do that by calling 612-895-2440. You can also book your appointment online at HoffermanWater.com. Either way, get on the schedule and have them come out for that free water analysis. And make sure you stop by the McLeod County Fair and register for that free water softener and let them know that you heard about them on the Garage Logic podcast.
This guy wears many hats, just not indoors. Joe Souchere.
Anyway, storage.com. If you need secure storage, safe from the weather, the rodents, and prying eyes, AnywayStorage.com can help with a variety of shipping containers, both for sale and rent. They're also the ones that talked me out of burying a shipping container. That's not good. You're going to have problems if you do that. Even though I know it's a fun idea with the Hogan's Heroes secret tree stump escape hatch. Don't do that, okay? But what you can do is you can pick one up from almost anywhere in this state. Grand Rapids, Stewartville, Ellendale, AnywayStorage.com. They have Minnesota, the eastern side of the Dakotas, Wisconsin, Iowa, portions of southern Canada covered. It's a Minnesota business. You can stop into the yards, any one of those, and shop for the shipping container of your choice. Anything from 10 to 20 to 40-foot long containers, all sealed up, all lockable, perfect for people that you need a little extra storage maybe, or property, cabin owners, undeveloped hunting property, so you can leave your stuff there and not worry about it, a little peace of mind for you. Stop into any one of these locations before you rent or purchase it. Choose the very unit you want with the options you need, and they will drop it off and place it for you at the site of your choosing. Get to that website and then make plans to acquire your own secure storage shipping containers. And before you pull the trigger, always ask about the GL special. They'll help you out there. AnywayStorage.com.
I have a question, and I apologize if you said this. A serious question. Do you own these storage units or lease them?
That's the great thing. Either one.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And the GL special.
Yeah. All right.
Kenny, I didn't want to interrupt your ad, but I was going to mention the new ballpark down at ISG in Mankato. I believe they use these guys to build them these gigantic suites. It's so cool.
Well, how about dugouts?
Well, they did.
You just set one up, and it's at field level. You walk in and sit down.
There's 2 that are suites, and then there's 2 that are concession stands in the fall lines. It's really cool.
In national and international stories, falling gas prices helped keep overall inflation tame in July. However, a broader array of products got more expensive last month, a sign economists say that President Trump's tariffs are starting to be passed along to consumers. Consumer prices rose 0.2% in July, keeping the annual inflation rate steady at 2.7%. That according to the latest Consumer Price Index data released this morning by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Gus Foucher, Senior Vice President and Chief Economist at PNC Financial Services, said, "We've seen moderate inflation over the last year. Certainly prices are not going up nearly as quickly as they were a few years ago." He did say consumers are going to start to feel a little more stretched over the next few months as we see more of the impact of tariffs. Speaking of tariffs, President Trump extending a trade truce with China for another 90 days yesterday, at least delaying once again a dangerous showdown between the world's 2 biggest economies. The president posted on his Truth Social platform that he signed the executive order for the extension and that all other elements of the agreement will remain the same. The previous deadline was set to expire at 12:01 this morning. Had that happened, the U.S. could have ratcheted up taxes on Chinese imports from an already high 30%, and Beijing could have responded by raising retaliatory levies on U.S. exports to China. A gunman opened fire yesterday in a Target store parking lot in Austin, Texas, killing at least 3 people, then stole 2 cars during a getaway that ended with police using a taser to detain him on the other side of the city. Austin Police Chief Lisa Davis said the suspect is a man in his 30s with a mental health history. Davis said the suspect fled the scene in a stolen car, wrecked that car, then stole another from a dealership. He was captured in South Austin, where he was taken into custody. She said responding officers found 3 people who were shot in the Target parking lot. Austin Travis County EMS Chief Robert Luckritz said 2 people were pronounced dead at the scene. 1 person taken to a hospital where they were pronounced dead. He said another person was treated on the scene for unrelated injuries. Update to another recent shooting story. That man who was suicidal and angry about COVID-19 vaccinations and opened fire at the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention headquarters died by suicide, according to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. The shooter, identified by authorities as 30-year-old Patrick White, died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The Bureau's director, Chris Hosey, announced at a news conference this morning. Hosey added that White fired nearly 200 rounds of ammunition involving 6 buildings at the headquarters, and that authorities recovered 5 guns and over 500 shell casings from the scene. The 5 weapons belonged to White's father and were securely stored before the shooter forced his way into the safe that contained them, according to Hosey. A neighbor of White's previously told NBC News White had expressed anti-vaccine sentiments to her on multiple occasions. Responding officer David Rose of the DeKalb County Police Department was the only person killed in the shooting. Rose, a 33-year-old father of 2, graduated from the department's police academy in March. Some streaming news, this one a bit spendy. In the latest streaming milestone, ESPN and Fox are forming a bundle of their soon-to-launch services. Fox One, which brings together sports, news, and entertainment from across Fox's broadcast and cable channels, and ESPN's dramatically beefed-up direct-to-consumer offering are both launching August 21st. If you want just Fox One, it'd be $19.99 a month. ESPN alone would be $29.99 a month. But you put the two together, you can get the bundle for $39.99 a month, according to a person familiar with that rollout. A Harvard professor claims an unexplained object flying toward Earth might be an alien spacecraft.
That's a Harvard professor.
And he says it could get here in just 116 days.
Really?
It might be time anyway,
Yeah.
Professor
Right
Avi
before the election.
Professor Avi Loeb has been closely watching a foreign object hurtling through space and heading toward our planet. Unsure of the interstellar visitor, scientists have dubbed the object 3I/Atlas and have been going back and forth with several theories on what it could be. Perhaps a comet or space matter. However, Loeb previously said the object could be the product of what he called technological design. Loeb compared the object to the novel Rendezvous with Rama by Arthur C. Clarke. In that book, a foreign... Careful.
Yeah.
In it, a foreign object in space happened to be...
I started listening. What?
If you're going to screw it up, that was the way to screw it up.
Right,
okay?
not the other way.
Clock.
Turn it back.
Turn
the clock back. In it, a foreign object in space happened to be an alien spacecraft. This was all first discovered back on July 1st, and, if the object is an alien ship, the professor warns it could be carrying a probe or even a weapon. He thinks it'll be here between November 21st and December 5th of this year. Loeb has explained its position would be ideal for deploying probes to habitable planets. He said it could be coming to save us or destroy us. We'd better be prepared for both possibilities, he added. It's just the third interstellar object to have ever been spotted in our solar system. 3I Atlas is currently heading toward the inner solar system at 135,000 miles an hour. Just so you know, not everyone agrees with Loeb. Chris Lintott, an astronomer at the University of Oxford, has dismissed the claims, calling them absolute nonsense. He told Live Science the theory about an alien probe is an insult to the exciting work that's being done to understanding what this object is.
2 questions.
Here we go.
Number 1, how does this Loeb guy know it's headed for the U.S. or Earth or whatever? I mean, it's a big universe. Maybe it's going right by the Earth. It's going to someplace else. How does he know it's coming here? Second question, how long before they run this screwball out of our Harvard?
Oh, yeah, for breaking the code.
Well, he's obviously daffy.
Yeah.
Is he?
Of course not, but they're going to think it's Harvard. They can't be
Have you guys seen
wallowing in the mud with commoners like me who buy this stuff.
There's a movie out in 2021 called Don't Look Up, a comedy. And unfortunately, and I didn't realize this until I looked up the movie long after I watched it, it's about a comet that is hurtling towards Earth. The scientists discover this, but the whole thing gets lost in political nonsense and people trying to take advantage of this and people denying it and blah, blah, blah. And in the end, the obvious happens in the end. But then I looked it up sometime later because I was trying to remember the name, and it's an allegory for global warming.
Oh, yeah.
Which they don't mention at all in the film, and took all of the fun out of it because it was a really fun movie on how Washington and corporations react to the truth.
Yeah.
You know what they did? Climate lockdowns.
Yeah. Only in Nova Scotia.
That's right.
Yeah.
And in Washington, D.C., a group called Profs and Pints is connecting students of all ages with affordable lessons. Through the business, professors and other experts give lectures in D.C. cafes, bars, restaurants, and other off-campus locations. So far, Profs and Pints has staged about 1,000 talks. Peter Schmitz, the founder of Profs and Pints, he says, "Never stop learning is what I tell people. I sometimes joke that college is wasted on college students." No laughter? Okay. The 61-year-old Schmidt gave
He's
his
not
own...
wrong. That's why I didn't laugh.
61-year-old Schmidt gave his own college career as an example, juggling a full course load while running the student newspaper at the time. He said, "I was afraid to take courses that were going to destroy my GPA, so I never took astronomy, although I'm interested in it." Schmidt told Profs and Pints model, Profs and Pints model is designed to benefit adult learners, educators, and local businesses. The tickets vary in cost, but student tickets are priced at $15 per person. The venues don't get any rental fees in exchange for the space, but Schmidt said the talks are oftentimes held on what he calls the slow nights at a bar or restaurant to get foot traffic into the local businesses. Schmidt spent 2 decades as an education reporter before he was laid off in 2017. That's when he decided to make a career change. He said, "A light bulb went off over my head." A couple of days after clearing his desk, he pitched the idea for Profs and Pints to a local business while visiting a bar with friends, and it all took off from there. He has now expanded. He started it in Washington, D.C., and he now has events in Richmond, Baltimore, Iowa City, and Nashville.
He's everywhere.
I get nowhere in my circle with my belief that college is not necessarily a must-attend event for everybody, and I'm scoffed and ridiculed and dismissed. But I continue to believe that there are a lot of kids who might do just as well not going to college. Right. I think it is a failed academy. I think it's BS in many cases, unless, as I've always said, if you have a specific discipline course path that you want to follow to be X, Y, or Z, then obviously you need to go to college. If you're going just because that's what everybody else does, there's many other options, and I'm soundly dismissed and ridiculed, so that's my statement.
These XYZ jobs in the future, could they possibly be replaced with AI?
Of course.
If that same person went to a tech school and learned a trade, would those jobs be replaced?
AI ain't going to fix your toilet.
Thank you.
Or your plumbing.
Well,
Not
that's
your
what I
plumbing,
meant.
Your electrical is what I meant to say.
No, they're not going to fix your fuse box.
Nope. Or your gutters.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. John, thank you so much.
Or clean your car.
Or thanks.
Or for oil.
Yeah. Thank you, John.
You know what else they're not going to do?
What, John?
Be your banker.
I would imagine not.
No, they're not going to. And you know what? Summer's
getting kind of cranky, isn't it?
You know, summer's getting kind of grouchy.
Thunderous.
I turned this off.
No, you did not, sir. But you know what? That's okay because North America.
Rumble from down
now
under.
I get to read this as fast as humanly possible
Yeah.
for North American Banking Company. You know what? Summer is winding down, so you know what? Get rid of all that congestion
I'm going to go hide in the vault.
and put your home's equity to work. Maybe you've got a home renovation project that you've been waiting on.
Ooh.
Right now is a great time to use that. And North American Banking Company is here for you, your family, and in some cases, your business, because they do one simple thing, and it's banking done differently.
Bilski, we love you,
swear to God,
Bilski.
I'm going to be in charge of turning your guys' microphones off.
I turned it off.
No, you did not. But that doesn't matter because North American Banking Company offers all of the same online and mobile banking options as the other banks. But the key difference is you're going to get the unparalleled service of a community bank. And they have 6 wonderful Twin Cities locations to serve you: Roseville, 50th in France, Hastings, Woodbury, Shoreview, and Maple Grove. So check them out online today. It's nabankco.com to learn more. It's banking done differently. North American Banking Company, member FDIC, is an equal housing lender.
Do this, chumps.
It's time to play.
Yes, it is.
Would you get rid of that one, please?
We need it for the
that
fair.
one.
Is Kenny doing something?
Married forever.
Or is it me?
No, it's you, Joe.
Okay, I wanted to say two things.
Go.
Sorry, Mr. Bilski.
Yeah.
Bilski loved it. You kidding me?
He's a good sport about
That's
it.
the only bank
Walking
he
around.
used.
Put that
He's
in your
walking
vault,
around having
Bilski.
people pull his finger all day.
Right. He does it all the time.
We have mentioned before, it's odd that this topic would come up. The Buc-ee's chain, for example, has made quite a reputation for itself by the clean restrooms.
Yes.
And other organizations have done the same. Do you know right here in Minnesota?
Oh, I thought you were tying it into. Okay.
Right here in Minnesota, we have a restroom in the running for America's best restroom. And I just think that's fantastic. It's the Bearhead.
Is it? It's not this studio.
No.
It's the Bearhead Lake State Park restroom.
Bearhead. Wow.
Yeah, that's up north. I think it's near St. Cloud.
I thought Turtlehead was the number one.
It's in Ely. Bearhead Lake State Park in Ely, Minnesota is a finalist in the 2025 America's Best Restroom Contest.
How would they find it?
I think that's fantastic.
I suppose they would nominate.
I suppose they submitted a form. Yeah, they fill out a form.
Yeah.
And they're in the running, and I hope they win. And we are learning that the suburb of Edina, is Edina even a suburb?
I don't even know.
First ring, baby.
I'm going casual now.
Yeah, whenever you do that, then you end up not doing anything.
Oh, I'm all over Edina. Every day I need attention.
Well, how precious are they? Alpha News has a fascinating story reporting that Edina is moving forward with a citywide equity plan, despite the plan not approved by the council, nor was there any vote.
Why are they doing that?
Because they can, I guess. They're very precious. As corporations and federal agencies back away from diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, Edina is going the full speed the other way. They have a new Equity Strategic Action Plan, an ESAP. And they're going to put her into place. It'll be completed by 2027. They got a director, of the office, and they're going to, everything is going to be DEI.
Listen to this definition, Joe. I looked it up. I Googled Edina Citywide Equity Plan. The city of Edina developed an Equity Strategic Action Plan, an ESAP, in 2025 to be used to prioritize city resources to address and make progress towards shared long-term strategic goals that are data and policy-driven, collaborative with staff and community, and focused on operational excellence. Will you please tell me what I just said?
None of that can be measured for anything. It's all BS.
It's just a bunch of words put together.
Thomas Brooks, the city's diversity, equity, and inclusion manager. Well, what do you do, Tom?
What does that pay in Edina?
That's the question right there. What's that pay?
While there's no formal or public vote or council action, the public and city council were invited to provide input. They sent out a survey. Well, that was nice of you. According to Brooks, the plan was created in response to the survey results. That survey is called the Diamond Inclusivity Assessment. And it turns out they need new signs and directions to things and stuff like that.
It's Edina.
Is signs that say all are welcome?
Yeah, they got different cultures should feel welcome and safe and understand how to navigate as they enter the buildings.
All are welcome except Trump voters.
Yeah, exactly.
Or homeless people that have come off the train to say hello.
Boy, that's some precious governing there. Look, we're doing it anyway. We didn't vote on it, and the city council really doesn't have a bleeping idea what we're up to, but we're going to have this program in place, and they have wayfinding. They have wayfinding signs because nobody can speak English anymore. It's wayfinding. meaning, help you find your way.
Can you give
we
me
have to say wayfinding. You mean directions?
They use it at the airport, too. That's a very hip.
It's very precious to say wayfinding.
Wayfinding.
History question about Edina.
Yeah, they're cake eaters.
No, history question, though.
The cake
All
eaters.
of Edina, there is very posh Edina residences.
It's lovely, lovely, lovely.
But in its infancy, was it just a suburb where they had those 1950s starter homes?
Sure, probably.
And it wasn't as a...
You know what, Matt? I don't know the answer, but you reminded me of something.
Oh, good. See, look at me in my relaxed thing. I'm running the show.
An emailer was kind enough to send me a map of the route that the winning driver took in that race from downtown Minneapolis to Wayzata in 1900. He did it in 42 minutes, and but you
deleted it.
No, I couldn't read the map. It's very. And he warned me about that, but it was nice of him to send that.
Was part of it Cedar Lake Road? Because that's all I could get out of it. I found the same thing, but it was so convoluted and weird.
And Krista from Maryland, I had an email from her. If you're listening, I wonder if you'd resend that. She had something about that race.
Deleted that one, too?
I don't know why I misplaced these. I'm sorry. If it's only because they come to us all the way from Marloth Park in Mpumalanga, South Africa.
Yep.
From the Traveling Lymans. It was on this day.
August 12th.
We were fairly active on this day. 1940. A tractor made by the Minneapolis Moline Power Implement Company received nationwide attention during Army battle maneuvers at Camp Ripley. What did soldiers end up calling it?
Little Minnie.
Bessie.
The Jeep.
Oh,
well,
really?
Why did you call it a tractor?
That's what This Day in History wrote. That's why.
Well, it's not a tractor.
So it wasn't named...
It was called a tractor truck.
It wasn't called a Jeep from day one?
Plus, if Minneapolis Moline invented that, why in the hell is it a Chrysler product?
Well, no. Yeah, it is now, but all Ford
What was
made,
it, American Motors?
Yeah. Ford made all the big 3 or 4.
They all made Jeeps?
Yeah, thank you.
On this day...
Joe, today is August 12th.
In 1981, which seems like yesterday to me, but is now 44 years ago. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. IBM, International Business Machines, introduced the first personal computer with which staff at the company's plant in Rochester had helped design. It probably was as big as this building. On this day.
On August
12th. Go back. The Minneapolis Moline produced a military vehicle called the NTX.
Yeah.
Often referred to as the original Jeep due to its role in World War II. It was a 4-wheel drive vehicle with a low profile designed for maneuvering under aircraft wings and towing them on airfields. It was specifically built for the U.S. Navy and used primarily on naval bases and looks nothing like a Jeep.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, it's really cool, though.
In 1940, the U.S. Army sought a replacement for horses and motorcycles for recon and other tasks.
Right.
They were still using horses and
yeah, sure. On this day,
August 12th,
in 1983, the first We Fest took place in Detroit Lakes.
Oh, man.
Featuring the band Alabama and performers Merle Haggard, Tammy Wynette, Jerry Lee Lewis, and others. The biggest country music and camping festival in the nation, it attracted tens of thousands of country music enthusiasts annually. Is it still going on?
Oh, heavens, yes.
Oh, it was a big one this year.
All right.
It was last weekend or the weekend before, Ken?
A couple of weeks ago, we went by on a Thursday or a Tuesday, and they were lined up.
The definition of debauchery.
And a sports note involving the Twins. What happened on this day in 1984?
84. Do we have a big trade?
Harmon Killebrew was the first player on the Twins inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Most principally on the strength of his 573 career home runs.
You were there, correct?
I was. This was his induction. I think the ceremony was probably in August, wasn't it? I don't know. Maybe well, this is August.
This is August.
Oh, I was there. Never mind. This was the day it happened. Yeah.
All right, then.
I'll be all right.
The name Jeep is believed to have originated from the military designation GP for general purpose, or possibly from the character Eugene the Jeep in the Popeye comics.
I see. Thank
So
you.
it's like a Jeep.
There's a really cool YouTube video of the original Jeep.
I like a good Jeep.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Are you done?
No sports disappointment today. Thank you, GLers.
Wait, before you fade to black, Chris, I learned some sign language over the weekend, and I'm not going to tell you what this means. Only the people who know sign language will know what this means, but this is to the four of you, okay?
All right.
Thank you, GLers.
Okay.
Do you know what that meant?
I can only imagine.
Yeah, we can guess.
Oh, and Mark would like to say thank you once again.
I think I got it. I think I know what he did.
For being a town council member. That last break is definitely worth the $100 a year.
Yeah, you got your money's worth.
You're welcome, Mark. And you should join the town council on an annual basis, and you could become the GLer of the week. Find out more and upgrade that town council membership right now at garagelogic.com, right when you sign up for the Daily Logician, because that email comes right to your inbox each and every single day, and it includes the most recent episode of the podcast. And don't forget about our YouTube channel where you just saw Kenny do sign language. That's right, Garage Logic has a YouTube channel, and you can watch the show each and every single day. And you can also see full segments, video shorts, and behind-the-scenes footage, but it's all there for you. Just search Garage Logic on YouTube and socials as well, which is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.